Recently, I've been looking back at my old days. Cause like sometimes, some days, some weeks, some months, I be in that mood of nostalgia and be like, let me watch some noggin, shall we? So today, we're gonna be looking at movies I've watched as a kid. My childhood movies. Ooh, he's gonna do it! 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 Chase, do me a favor and shut the fuck up, okay? Listen, man, your freedom of speech isn't a right, it's a privilege. Now shut up and let me do this video. Sorry guys, that's my roommate Chase. We met a long while back. He used to host this channel for a while back in 2018, but you know, I had to replace him. He was very rowdy. So now he's just my roommate cause I found him homeless in the streets. I had no choice but to take him. Wait, what did you say? I had a choice? I mean, yeah, but since he hosted the channel, I really felt obligated to. I mean, I show empathy for many people. I have strong remorse. So when I saw this, I just felt bad, you know. But I also heard that he was in another channel, intruding, with a weird German voice. Don't know what he was up to. What the fuck's wrong with him? But that's not the theme of this video. The theme is we're looking at childhood movies. So, without further ado, let's go! The 2000s was a very interesting decade. I mean, when it came to movies, it was like... What? Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying that in a bad way. I mean, the 2000s had hits every now and then. But, like, the 2000s had to be one of the most mixed decades for animated movies ever. Like, it's like if the animation industry was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in the 2000s. If I had to pick a favorite movie from the 2000s, it would be quite hard. The animation industry for the 2000s, I mean, I loved it when I was little, but look at it now, I can't help but cringe a bit. But I'd say the only animated movie that I can actually watch full on through and not cringe at would have to be Over the Hedge. What you know about that shit? That was an incredible movie. On the topic of animated movies from the 2000s, I noticed a weird pattern with them. The entire decade was filled with animated movies of anthropomorphic animals. It's like if the animation industry was like, I'm drunk, let's just do this over and over again and see which one hits that out of the park. What are the highlights of my childhood? Well, I do remember watching this one movie that just feels like a fever dream. It was Sony Animation's first movie, and look at it now, it's bad. Open Season. You know you had a very mixed childhood when your mother goes out of her way to give you the funky shit like Open Season instead of the hits like Finding Nemo. Ooh, I know that movie. That's the movie with the twerking bear. Fuck. Okay, kids. You know that meme from Among Us with Yellow twerking? And that thing with like yellow is sus? It originated from this movie. Look them both up. You're gonna see the resemblance. God. You're happy to talk about it now, Chase? Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty satisfied. Good. I'm never gonna talk about something like that ever again in this video. Or in the future. God damn. Anyways, on to the next movie. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't talked about the plot yet. Fuck! Okay, this is all from memory, so please correct me if I'm wrong. So, from what I can tell, from what I remember, this ranger had a pet bear. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. This ranger had a pet bear. And as the movie progresses, the bear causes problems. And during the movie, this bear meets this deer who is a nuisance. Basically, it's a cliche in which these two people don't mix together, but they're the type of friends that'll always stick together. It's that type of thing. And as the movie progresses, the bear goes to the forest, meets a lot of new people. It's a very big cliche, and I really don't like it. Let's just move on to the next movie. This movie was a 2 out of 10. I do remember that movie was a bit aggressive. It went as far as in like, a ranger shot a deer. It went a bit too far at one point. Anyways, the next movie I'm going to talk about is a movie that rather gained a cult recently. Well, not for the good way, but because of its poor design. Ice Age. It is Ice Age. Yes, this is one of the most successful franchises ever to embrace us. But I mean, my god, the first movie, it doesn't look good. The baby, my god, with all due respect, it looks like it has a bad case of Apert syndrome. what's so bizarre is that it's common that the sequels tend to be worse than the first movie. But in this case, my god, the sequels were better than the first movie. All the movies after the first one were based on environmental disasters like the meltdown, continental drift, or something like that. But the first one, it's so different, like, protect the baby. That's all it is. Alright, bullying aside, is this a good movie to watch? Well, it's hard to say. If you're marathoning, then yeah, you gotta start with the first one. But if you're trying to get into the movie, go on 2, 3, or 4. Those were better. The final movie we're gonna talk about today is a movie that I still watch to this day, and it's one of my favorite 2000s movies ever. I had to talk about it. Over the Hedge. Now, when it comes to DreamWorks, their movies can be hit or misses. When I mean hit or misses, I mean hit or misses. But this movie hit it so out of the park. The visuals and even the soundtrack are very eye-catching, and plus, who wouldn't watch a movie that would have Steve Carell and Bruce Willis? As of 2021, I've noticed how this movie has gained a cult following, with many people remembering how much of a good movie this is. And it was! And look how it came! There's a meme of it now! Numerous memes, what I heard. But wait, Izu, you have to talk about movies from the 2010s. What do you think of them? I mean, the 2000s were pretty good, but these movies are outdated now. It's time to look at the 2010s. That's right, Chase. What do I think of movies from the 2010s? Well, it looks like Disney's in the lead when it comes to animation now. I've seen how they've put out so many hits like Moana, but they're not really eye-catching to me. Surprise, surprise, I don't like them. I think it's because I have the boomer glasses on. I might give them a shot, but for now, the 2010s seem to be a video for the future. That's a very interesting topic to talk about. Now, there's another thing you might be also thinking about. You haven't talked about Disney. What about Disney? They've made movies from the 2000s. What do you think of them? So, thank you guys for watching. Comment, subscribe. This is goodbye for now.